What's up, gamers? This is That PlayStation Gamer. Today I'm going to do a quick impressions video talking about Digimon Story Time Strangers. Digimon Story Time Strangers is the latest Digimon game in the Digimon franchise, and I will say it is definitely the Digimon game to get into. If you are someone who has always kind of wondered what Digimon's about, this is it. This is definitely the best video game Digimon has had probably ever. Now, when it comes to anime, that's always kind of up in the air with the fans, like which one's considered the best. Is it the OG original season? Is it Tamers? Is it Digimon Frontier? What's kind of been cool about Digimon, just to kind of go on this quick little tangent here, is that Digimon is not cemented in the ways it does things. There are Digimon out there that are capable of destroying universes, planets, and it's just like, and someone could just, tame at some point. What's crazy about Digimon is that it's always kind of had this non-linear structure. It's like the real, like, I guess the constant will always be Agumon as the franchise, mascot. That's it. But even then, there's some Digimon series like Tamers where Agumon's not even in the series. And you know what? Tamers, by the way, is my favorite Digimon series. And what's always been cool about the games is that they've always kind of used Digimon in a way that's cool and also at the same time actually fits the franchise because they're digital monsters. So they never hide their digital monsters. So what's cool about Time Strangers is that they kind of make Digimon actually a little bit more integral to the plot of the story than previous Digimon games. I mean, literally, there's a point where you go to the digital world. In the digital world, and a lot of continuities does not look the same. It's always different. It's always changing because, yeah, again, it's the digital world. It makes sense that the world is changing. If I were to give like any kind of like harsh criticism like out the gate, I would say the story of Time Strangers isn't the best. It's definitely got its good points, and I do like that it tackles a little bit more mature themes. But then it's like the mainline story is pretty typical, I guess you would say kind of isekai level anime. But it's like, then again, sometimes you just need something that's a little typical. I'm a guy who watches, I got reincarnated as a slime and Rising of the Shield Hero. And I'm like, I'm not looking for this stuff to be the best thing ever. I'm just looking for it to be entertaining. And that's what Digimon Time Stranger story is entertaining. There's some cool characters in here. Not going to go into, spoilers or anything. I'm only like 20 hours in, which, by the way, that's another thing to point out here is this game, lengthwise, is a huge time sink. Especially if you're like me, where you have a fondness for certain Digimon series. You're going to want to get all the Digimon from that. And that means you're going to have to do this whole grinding process again, the Digimon, which I'm going to be honest, the grinding in this game is so easy. Like, it's not even funny. It's like, it's just so easy. The only real problem I have is they do kind of have like a mechanic in here that you can rush a Digimon's training. But the problem is it costs money, which means you got to go out there, do all the side quests, do all that stuff. Or you could pay extra fee and get this special dungeon where it allows you to grind out money faster and XP. Just saying, they literally kind of have like a pay to win mechanic in here, but then again, it's not like anything super bad. It's just like if you want to make it a little easier process. So, yeah. Other thing I really like about this game is just the graphics. This looks like a great game. It plays like a great game. What I mean by that is like, at least to my knowledge, so 20 hours in, I've had not a single performance issue. Like you gotta remember the game's also capped at 30 frames per second. And in a game like, a turn-based RPG, which Digimon Time Stranger is, I got no problem with that. Because, 60 is nice. It's like, it's a turn-based game. You don't need 60 in this case. Because, you're just giving commands and watching the animation play out. Also, the funny thing is with, the gameplay, they actually make it very easy. There's... I was having this, just I guess if this is kind of a gripe for some people, but I don't care because it just, I guess it's kind of the mercy mode, which sometimes I wish games would have. If you keep losing to an enemy for so long, the game will have ask you, hey, do you want to lower the difficulty? And you say yes. But then if you still lose in that lower difficulty, you'll be like, do you want to be in impossible mode? There was a boss fight that was so long, so annoying. I'll give you a hint. It has arms in it. You know which one I'm talking about if you played the game. And I was just like, dude, I just want to get past this. Please. And I felt like it was just a never fucking ending grind. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Invincibility mode. You know, like, I get like some people would call that the wimpy mode. But it's like, dude, I just play games to relax. I play games to have fun. I don't have fun sitting there and stressing and losing my mind over not getting critical hits when I need to get critical hits. Like, that's just not fun to me. But they also have like this auto battle feature. They also have this speed up feature where it's like, you know, if you want to make the game go faster and actually feel like, you know, you're making some meaningful progress, then, you know, there it is. Also, if you just want to grind out and you just don't really want to care, just, you know, kind of turn your mind off, auto battle mode at 5 times speed goes by fast. Just recommend use it if you're going to grind out Digimon. So overall, I will say Digimon Time Strangers is a great game. But the problem is it kind of falls into some of those JRPG pits that I just, I'm not a fan of. Listen, I get it. This is something that will vary person by person. But I have a hard time getting into JRPGs simply because you could tell there's a point where they're kind of padding out content. There's a point where you could tell they're kind of just keeping the gears going. Now, Digimon's a cool enough franchise where it can actually, you know, that's fine for a while. But like other JRPGs, I kind of need to make progress instead of sitting here doing the same mission over and over. And then some of the side quests also just kind of repetitive. But it's nothing like, I wouldn't say this is anything like detrimental. It's just something that if you are not a fan of these kind of problems, or if you're not a fan of these kind of mechanics, it will kind of grind on you, and it does on me a little. But overall, I would say Digimon Time Strangers as a first impression video, I would say it's above average. I give it about a 6 out of 10. You know, it's nothing bad for the record. It's just like sometimes there's just that grind, and sometimes there's just those JRPG pits that just like, dude, I just wish you would not have fell into it, but okay, let's just get out of it and then let's move on. So until next time, guys, let me know what you think of Digimon Time Strangers. What do you think of Digimon in general? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.